Yo, what's going on, guys? I'm going to be showing you a 69% win rate Udyr top lane build. It's his highest win rate and pick rate build right now. And what you want to do is rush down Demonic. Nothing fancy. Demonic's already one of his best items. Lots of HP, AP, and max health burn damage. You can easily apply to everyone on the enemy team with your R. After that, however, you want to go for Radiant Virtue. Whenever you use your R on a 60-second cooldown with Radiant Virtue, it heals you and your allies, plus gives you and your nearby allies a bunch of extra ability haste, 20 on your non-ultimate abilities. Kind of crazy. After our Demonic and Radiant Virtue, we're going to want to go for Sunfire, and that is the build. Udyr's level 1 isn't amazing, but you can typically outtrade the enemies with your passives. So there are passives up. We use our empowered R on him, and he lost pretty much a third of his health. I want to walk into him and get off my grasp there. We'll walk away. Not a great trade on our end at that time. It's hard to outtrade Urgot Flip, get him with grasp, and run away. Generally, when your grasp is up, you can go in for single auto attacks. Now it's time to heal up off a W. Go ahead and hit a Biscuit since we're below half health. Biscuits heal you more the more HP and mana you're missing. Swap back into Turtle for the healing. I have a big mini wave here plus my passive. Pop my R on him. Let him soak on that. It's almost the 3-minute mark, so we need to look to get a ward down just in case their jungler doesn't do a full clear. If their jungler does a full clear, you have a lot more time. Like around 3:30ish, you'll be getting ganked. But you never know. Against an Ivern, the chances of us getting cheese ganked are actually really high. So we'll go ahead and ward for that right here. Running a little bit low on mana. We have passive up though, so we can look to take some more trades. Use my W to heal a bit. He's not trying to poke us that much. After using an ability, your next two auto attacks have increased attack speed from your passive, and generally they will be doing additional damage just from your ability's passive as well. So here we're going to hit him with a grasp and run away. Overall, pretty solid trade because we're going to reset anyways. We can back and get, I'm thinking maybe like boots and armor. Honestly, boots and armor are going to go a long way against someone like him. You don't really need tier. You have enough mana with your biscuits and with your D ring to be able to poke with R and heal with your W. Surprise Nocturne would even come top here. I could freeze it from this position is the thing. He has more minions than me, and they met neutral here. He has 3 more range creeps, so in theory this should be a freeze even with me doing some sloppy last hits. As long as we're not soaking too much aggro. There it is. Your bear stance is pretty easy to last hit with just passively like this because it has a dash on it, which does work with sudden impact as well. It makes it feel like it has more range than it really does. Walk in. I want that grasp hit, but he apparently didn't want to trade there. Auto attack in the R. Got my grasp off. I already know his dash is on cooldown, so I'll just hit him with stun and run away. And then we can slowly heal back with turtle stance. You're never really going to truly all in them to the death unless you have some sort of steep advantage. You're going to slowly whittle them down and then heal yourself back up with your W. My grasp is up. I'll fight him once that's on a cooldown because it's about to be. When that's on a cooldown, his flip is only so good. That's why he's standing super far back right now. Passive's up. Let's take the trade. There's our grasp on him. Permanent HP for us. Some healing and damage. It's a lot like a Sheen proc that heals you whenever your grasp is up. You can see it above your ability. It's just being in combat, taking damage or dealing damage against anything. And then it will slowly tick down and then run out. So you have to either stay in combat or be okay with it going back into an unusable state. Oh man, rip that minion. We go ahead and use our E. I actually didn't need it there. I thought his snare was going to land though. Your empowered E goes through all CC, even a Vigar cage, Lux snare, Morgana snare, Malzahar R. As long as your E is empowered before the CC hits you, you can't be stopped. It's really, really good. Sure enough, Ivern is here. So is my jungler. Focus the Ivern. Going for the stun. And down he goes. The AoE damage and so from our R wrecked them pretty hard there. On top of that, we're super tanky with the armor, boots. All he has is life still, which doesn't do that much damage early on. It's more for just sustain. Long drawn out trades. Swap into our W, get some more attack speed. And I don't really want to stay for a play. We don't need to. We're already sitting on a super good back. You get something like a Teemo or Rumble Top, obviously you'd go for Merc Treads over the plated still caps. Plated makes sense against Urgot since he has his constant pokey auto attacks, plus he's all physical damage. And now we'll go in for our demonic. I'm thinking Giant's Belt for now. And a control word. If he goes to flip boss, if we empower to E him, I mean, it would be worth it, but then we don't have much damage. That's the main reason you generally don't use your empowered E, because then you can't use your empowered R, and we're stacking all of our points into R anyways. You're pretty much always going to max R first, W second, and E last. W for the sustain and the heal. The only time you really use empowered W is if you're underneath turret and they're trying to dive you, or if you're in a team fight and they're trying to focus you. It can make sense. But 9 out of 10 times, you're going to be using your empowered R for maximum damage, maximum slows. Then in and out a little bit. Grasp is up. I'll take the trade. Perhaps I shouldn't have. I got lucky the Ivern snare missed. I didn't even see him coming. Wasn't looking on the mini-map. Good thing we have tier 2 boots. We can easily get away. We can use the edge of our R to keep our grasp up here, like you see there. So we're not pushing the whole wave too hard. Hey, friend. Give me that grasp. Yeah, I really like these grasp procs. They feel really nice. Oh, that landed. I think Urgot was on cooldown, so he didn't want to take that. They're kind of just wasting their time here, to be honest. They can't kill me with what they have. They think they can, though. Let's keep our grasp up. Swap back into W. We get the stun. I'll use my empowered E there. He can't snare me. And we're good to go. I'm on tier 2 boots as well, so good luck to them. I assume I'm running into their mid laner. I probably should have just kept running. When Ivern hit me with his R, it made me want to fight him. They did send 3 people. We get Ivern Flash, Urgot R. It'd obviously be best if we survived. At least we got some stuff before we went down. Only reason I didn't keep running this way, I figured LeBlanc was rotating because I didn't see her mid lane. And once Ivern flashed the pit, we were going to be getting slowed and whatnot, so kind of just made sense to fight it out at that point. I'm not going to use empowered E to get back to lane. That's a waste. We did miss a lot of CS, but at the same time, Ivern's wasting so much of his time topside that hopefully our jungler and bot side can kind of get something going here. It's a lot of minions. A lot of minions. Just making sure he's not in any of these bushes real quick, trying to reset. Oh, there he is. I couldn't get to him in time, though. Oh, well. We'll attack the cannon and powered R on it. Try to get our R on everything here. Nice, nice, nice. Might be able to keep him from coming back to lane here. Oh, nope, never mind. The STP. Not expecting that. Dragon's up. I doubt Ivern would come here. We get the grasp, and then we can heal back off with W. Just like you see here. Passive's up. Step up for our grasp. Blow him with the double R. Whew, look at that. He almost died. Oh, I thought I baited that out, but instead he actually landed it. I didn't see that one coming. We get the grasp. Down he goes. I didn't realize Nocturne was even topside. I thought he was on Dragon. Turned out pretty well, though, all things considered. I could stay and stop Urgot from coming back. He doesn't have TP. I'll use W to heal back up. With our W auto heals, you can't use it on turret. It's got to be on something fleshy. Like these guys. Heal, heal, into shield, heal, heal. I don't think Iron would be over here. Gotta thin these out a bit. We don't want to be taking damage from this. Vision of the Urgot. Good luck getting back to lane, buddy. Gotta hit him with the stun. He took way more damage than we did there. He almost died. In fact, when my R's up, he literally will die. I have enough mana as well. With all these heals. Each one of these autos is giving me around 30 health. My 2 auto attacks after casting W. Not sure where their mid laner is or where their jungler is, so I should just let him push into me. It's hard for Urgot to freeze because of his passive AoE on his autos. It does have a cooldown though, to be fair. So it's not constantly permanent. I need this wave to actually crash. Just like that. I can look for the plant, or actually backing for demonic here makes more sense. I don't want to get triple rotated on Ivern and LeBlanc. Okay, Ivern's bot side. Good, good, good. I can play super aggressive with this guy now. Let's pick up a demonic. I have a control ward. Use TP, and we're ready to go. Loads of HP and AP. The more HP you have, the more damage your grasp does as well. Getting early HP item synergizes really well with that. Hit him with a double R. He loses loads of HP. And I get to push the wave as well. Got it. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah. Oh, he actually got that? In what world? It's taking some decent damage from my minions at least. Block that. He'll back up. I can hit him with a stun RR. Udyr has a fat hitbox. For him to land these flips when he's not really that close to me is really quite impressive. Look at the empowered E. I thought he was going to dash flash. Urgot can start his dash, and then even if it's about to end, he can flash into you and flip you. So that's why I used my empowered E there, because his flip does a lot of damage. And it holds you still for a while to where he could have potentially killed us. He can't fight us though. He went plated steel caps, which is a standard top lane boots, but against AP Udyr, it's going to be really useless. Ivern doesn't have real items. He can't fight me. There's no way. Urgot's going to be right there. He's going to step over here. I'll bop him with double R. Into an E. Yeah, he can't, well, this is not what I wanted. I am on Ghost though, and he doesn't have his R, so I should be fine. Ivern burned his flash for that. He keeps burning it on me. It's really annoying. Surprised he thinks he can actually do something there. All he did was kill his Daisy. I'm going to have to sprint back the lane. I don't want to fight him. His R is going to be up soon. It's time for Radiant Virtue. Lots of health, armor, magic resist. It's a solid item. No doubt about that. Go ahead and pick up this. You can get a tier on this build. The thing is, your initial demonic is super important, and then Radiant Virtue is outrageously important for team fighting, to where if you're missing one of those items or delaying it, it's bad. It feels really bad. Your Dorn's Ring mana and the mana from your biscuits that they give should be enough to get through lane phase typically. I can freeze this wave on him. That being said, he doesn't really have any... I don't think he has a way of keeping his turret alive if I attack it. He's trying to reset. Oh, never mind. He actually can't damage me with my W. His Q does nothing. Gonna stun him inside of my R. He loses all of his health. My burn is about to fade, and then I'll run him down. I don't want to take a turret shot. I'm a little bit faster than this guy. His team's rotating, though. I can tell. The fact that so many of them are missing. Yeah, good luck, LeBlanc. I'm tanky and fast. Is there any fruits up here? Ah, there's really not. Just take 2 autos on that. Heal up a little bit. Do 34, 68 health on that. Oh man, those minions kamikazed so fast. I'll just push the wave then if he's gonna reset. I couldn't kill him, but my R is gonna kill him. LeBlanc really stayed for that, man. That whole time she stayed. That was somewhere around 40 seconds as well. Udyr's empowered R from passive doesn't disappear when he's dead. It keeps going. It's going to be very hard for him to survive that. He doesn't have any magic resist. He also has like high base HP, and this is percent base damage, and Udyr's R is a lot of flat plus percent base damage as well. Almost have our Radiant Virtue. Getting very, very close. I guess there's no reason to waste TP here. We can leave base. By the time it gets up, we'll already be in a lane. Now that this turret's gone, we don't really need to be top anymore. We just focus on team fighting, which is where Udyr shines anyways. He's not much of a split pusher. And in terms of a soloist, it will be kind of hard for him to truly solo a Fiora, Jax, or Nasus in the late game. But in team fight, you can often outvalue them with his big AoE on his R, the damage and the slow, plus his mobility. In terms of a raw solo fight, I'd leave that up to Master Yi and Fiora. LeBlanc does very little damage, even though she has 8 kills. Looks like she lost all of her Mej. Hey, friend. There goes half his health. and the cool thing is, you don't have to commit for it. Since they're getting slowed, even if they try to turn, you can run away with your speed up. And you don't have to stand still to cast R. On none of Udyr's abilities do you have to stand still to cast them, is the thing. The closest thing to that would be your Q, because you have to auto them for it to do what it's supposed to do. So it makes his R so special. And with the empowered R, got my W on. Yeah, they can't even fight me 1v2. I'll run away. Later, LeBlanc. I think we got an ignite there, maybe a flash. And we win 1v2. And here's the thing. Look at the items. Full item tier 2 boots. I'm full item tier 2 boots and partials. She's full item tier 2 boots and partials. And they lost that. That's what makes Udyr special. He's a special little snowflake. Let's go for Sunfire here. The hardest thing to fight is a ranged champion that's kiting you out, that has big auto damage like Vayne or Lucian. Mobile AD carries are very annoying for Udyr to get to with his R range, because his R range is about a Thresh auto attack. So if an AD carry is very good at kiting and they're positioning well, it can be kind of challenging if you don't have Ghost or something to help you close that distance. Oof, he's starting to shred that wave a bit. I'll group on drag fights. I don't need to be here. LeBlanc wants to fight, apparently. She's thinking about it. Hey, friend. E into double R. Here comes my friend here. A Nocturne. Stun into R. Swap into W until we can stun him again. Very nice. This game's wrapping up. You don't need a point in your Q on Udyr top. You only need it on Udyr jungle because his Q is much better for clearing camps early on. On Udyr top, if you're when you play him AP, there's no point playing him AD. And AD Udyr's been nerfed to the point where top lane, his top 6 win rate builds and most pick builds are all AP right now as a top laner since they've nerfed him AD. As a jungler, last time I checked, I think AD is still slightly better. because you want to try to be bursty in ganks, but top lane AP is 100% the way to go. I'll be taking this. Leona's about to die. We get the stun into double R. Our R's hitting 2 different people there. Will say I'm having trouble moving. Daisy's being annoying. Holy crap, I'm getting perma-slowed. Swap into W. We're about to get our passive up. Hit this guy's double R. Now, getting away from Ashe is actually kind of hard. Stun her, stun her. And that's it. They quit. They actually gave up mid-team fights like they didn't want to die. All right, we'll go ahead and do a part 2. I'll see you guys there. Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to part 2. This time we're up against the Cho'Gath. Not a bad matchup at all. Your worst matchups are against mobile range turd bags like Gnar and Teemo. Also, Vladimir, strangely enough, is very challenging, at least for AP Udyr. Vladimir, you can't slowly poke him down with your R because he heals it all back. Plus, he's a Giga Scaler and really does more damage than you can do in a team fight with his AoE versus yours. So Vlad, Teemo, Gnar, try to avoid those. Even though Lucian is a mobile AD carry, he's relatively short range. I think we can get on top of him as long as someone isn't in our way. Same thing, we're going to be looking to apply our passive constantly with R's against the enemies to whittle them down. And looking for smart trades when Grasp is up, because it's basically a free Sheen. Damaging them, healing us. It feels really good, and it gives you a bit of permanent HP 5 every time you do it. So if you've done it 20 times, that's 100 health. Now that is a lot of times, so what really ends up happening is Grasp gives you somewhere around a Giant's Belt worth of health in the late game, which is something. It's a little bit of something. We can stack up grass just by letting the minions attack us a little bit here. We already have our grass stacked. It's still stacked. He's looking to apply his thing. We're going to hit him with double R and our grasp. His grasp is about to be up now. We did miss 2 minions for that, which is sad. It's not really what we want. Missed 3 minions now. On the bright side, I think he's going to miss these as well, though. We get another grasp. His is about to be up, so I need to kind of wait for mine. Go ahead and heal up off these. And I'll hit this guy with the double R. He's trying to get some of that juice. Let's go ahead and get a deep ward down. We're not going to miss any minions with how we crashed the wave. Go ahead and pop a potion. He already used his potion. I was wondering how he got his health back that fast. Yeah, he already used it. Got a deep ward. We'll know exactly where their jungler is. Didn't miss a single minion to do it. Let's go ahead and get Grasp going again. I didn't even see what he used there. That was confusing. Because he just activated his E. He's going to get hit by my R. Walk that out. Ooh, got it. Nice, nice, nice. We through the volley bears. We get another grasp. Getting grasped like crazy right now. I need to push this hard. I see their volley bears coming for me. I gotta get out of here. I'll pop potion and biscuit. I want to make sure we can win this 2v2 fight, and if I'm missing a bunch of HP, we're not going to be able to. Get another point in our R at level 4. Once again, we don't need any points in our Q. Not really missing minions right now. I don't have a word down. I'm just trying to make it clear that I know Vladimir is here because I don't want to get ganked. So I'm playing super far back. So I know he's in the area. He might have gone for his crux, so he'll be here in a moment. We're going for the stun. Auto into double R. Auto. I'll go ahead and ghost for this. Force him to burn his flash, and then we run away. So the good thing about ghost is you're literally just faster than people who are using flash. To where if you have an slightly like 2 Lux snares worth of space, you can easily escape. They both burn flash. We live And Ghost is a lower cooldown as well. It's literally just better than Flash 9 out of 10 times. Go ahead and get as much of this as we can. We can only get so much, unfortunately. Guess I'll buy boots, TP back to lane. Boots will be useful. Grab control works. I'm going to be probably pushing a lot. Might be able to freeze it in this particular instance since it's coming to us and he has such a big stack. Right, I said freeze in this particular instance. Need to thin this out a bit. I'm not going to lay control word until I have full control of the lane and I can defend it. Otherwise, they'll break it and you just waste that gold for nothing. Alright, we'll pull back a little bit. And like I said, you can use the edge of your R on a single minion to maintain grasp if you're having those type of trades with them. It makes a big difference. Every grasp is essentially a Sheen proc in terms of burstiness. I was expecting him to react there. That was smart of him not to. If he used an ability there, he would have gotten wrecked. We want to stun him inside of that. Go ahead and heal back up. Get our grasp, and we can run back with the speed up. I was waiting to auto this minion there. Here comes TF. This guy doesn't have flash either. We stun him after his stun ends. We waited a moment. Auto him down. I'm fine with him staying to help push. It's good to dump it as fast as possible to make the enemies miss as many minions as possible. Plus your teammates get some XP for roaming. Because a lot of the times the enemy will counter push and dump under wave. Oh, it sucks. And it can't really stay now. We could reset from this position. Get a giant spell and an amp tome. The wave's already crashed, so it's going to come back to us since his wave's going to reinforce first. Be closer to his turret and whatnot. Yeah, giant spell, amp tome. Swifties aren't bad for Udyr top. The thing is, you need to be really tanky and slippery. Against their team, they have silence on Cho'Gath, 2 different slows on Cho'Gath. Technically, 4 different slows if you count all 3 of his E's, plus the slow if his Q lands. So Cho'Gath has silence, 4 slows. Volibear has a stun and a slow. Nico has 2 stuns. Braum has a stun and a slow, essentially. I'm only listing CCs that Tenacity interacts with. We might just go for Merc Treads this game, especially since these guys do a lot of magic damage to their jungler and top. Get a lot of value that way. Another point into our W. I'd like to get my grasp up before we fish a passive engagement on this guy here. With our passive being up. We're going to stun him inside of our R. Get the cannon and that minion. Have him eat a little bit of that. Give me that minion, very nice. Boom. Nice, nice, nice. Hit him with double R and walk away. We took a single turret shot for that. He took way more damage than we did. Bait out his Q. Get a grasp. We take 1 turret shot. He took similar damage since I got him with a grasp and a bit of my R. That trade I'd say is overall worth if we can keep him nice and low. Very nice. Get him with a stun, double R, into a W. That trade was still good for us because it just was. Because we set up that dive. Burned my ghost though. I don't know. Maybe it was bad in the end since his Q landed. He could almost kill me with his R from that much HP and I don't have my ghost. It's making me nervous. Volibear's obviously going to come top. I gotta leave ASAP. We got him low enough, just 1 more double R and he's dead. I want him to leave. I don't know if he will though. I don't think they could see me from there. I'll jump out with an E double R and kill this guy. Hey friend. There's the double R. Down he goes. Very nice. Can still contribute even with low HP with empowered R, the way it moves and destroys everything. It's a mobile Anivia R, and they can't cancel it even if I die or if they CC me. Probably one of the best abilities in the game, honestly. Don't have to stand still to cast it. They can't cancel it. And it dies AoE damage and a slow on a low cooldown. We're up 2 plates on this guy. Quite a bit of CS as well. We can go back and get our demonic. Even though Gnar, Teemo, and Vlad do really well against Udyr, things like Kennen don't. Kennen really doesn't do well into it. You can't poke him down in the same way. And a big part of Kennen's kit relies on him being mobile to land AoE stuns, and Udyr R completely counters that. The reason why Vayne doesn't do well is her invisibility is only so good because Udyr can still kind of see her if she's taking damage from his R. But I will say against a good Vayne top, typically you will need 1 gank from your jungler and then you can perma snowball on her. I don't want to give up all these minions is the thing. This is too many minions to simply give up. I don't really want to freeze it because he can't fight us and I can trade with him underneath his turret. Soak their ganks like we've been doing without dying. We have this big wall to play around as well. Poke him with our R, blocked her shot with W. Oops, I walked back in my still getting burned up. My bad. Block this shot with our shield, blocked almost the whole thing, and have 2 empowered autos here to heal off of. He's missing a lot of health from that. You can tell he's trying to bait us here. We'll see how well that works. This Q's on cooldown. Took 2 turret shots. It's not... Ugh. It's not that worth, to be honest. We're both trading off equally in HP. I guess he is diveable because he's kind of stuck in one spot here. I have more space to move around. He decides he wants to reset. Cho'Gath heals whenever he kills something, so him farming those minions is giving him back a lot of HP and mana. He's still not a full item. I could TP to that fight potentially. We have an APMF. Okay, yeah, we might actually lose this game. APMF's really, really weak. Hasn't been strong in a long time. Let's go for Radiant Virtue here. As much as we can. Alright, there's no reason to go to Dragon right now. Pick up Blue Ward. I should freeze it on this guy, force him to step up. That would be the most optimal play. He's too tanky to really dive. If he feels I have it in a freeze, even if I don't, it'll force him to kind of do something. Ah, rip that minion. I don't know if I can freeze from here though, unless he starts attacking the minions a bit. Yeah. I'm just not gonna freeze, I guess. It's gonna take so long, and the value I'm gonna get out of it's gonna be relatively low with where we're at in the lane at the moment. We'll let that circle him down, push him off some CS, spam W and R to get my passive back up. Oh, you got a grasp off me there. That sucks. I guess he is still losing his turret is the upside. He's still taking turret damage or whatever. Put a deep ward over there and I have this control ward, so they can't really stop me from doing what I'm doing. I suppose in a matchup like this where they can just sit underneath turret and you can't poke them down very well, we should have taken turret demolish so that way we could poke away at his turret and get a bit higher value whenever that's up. Walk away from that, use our empowered W, Yeah, nice try from him. I can W myself and he can't really stop it. It's decent. Pull this out a bit so we can hit the whole thing with R. Very nice. I'm gonna wait for my R to end so I can walk underneath the turret. Hit him with double R. Stun him. So I can get my stun back here in a moment. Try to walk this guy down. I don't think his team's over here. He might try to flash though. Oh, this is bad. He's kind of low on mana is the thing. My grasp is up. Hey, Udyr, you're not that fed, buddy. This guy's out of mana. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, he's out of mana. He just used his E. But my R is gonna kill him. Oh, man. He's just dead. Down he goes. He's taking a lot of damage from that. Two melee champions with 2 high HP melee champions trying to fight an Udyr. AP Udyr with demonic is pretty funny to see. That turned out really, really well. Luckily, Udyr is not fed. If he was fed, I probably would have died there. Very, very likely. Got that pushed out. It's time to reset. Sitting on a lot of gold, not much mana. Udyr is extremely reliant on his abilities. The interesting about Udyr is his abilities get cheaper in terms of mana every time you level up. It doesn't say it, but they do. Only 29 mana for an ability that's maxed out, or for all of these right now, is super cheap. Which is why you don't necessarily need a mana item on Udyr. It's why Demonic is his highest win rate item rush into Radiant Virtue, even though neither of them give mana. Just the Dorn Ring alone, plus the Biscuits increasing your permanent mana pool by 120. 120 is 3 ability casts for us. It's a big deal. Where should I put this? Because I'll put that right there. Let me get my passive back up. Let's pull this away from the bush. I don't think I got that. I'll use my empowered E. Probably shouldn't have turned to stun him though. They're wasting a lot of time chasing. I don't know why I'm gonna die now. That sucks. Yeah, I'm just dead. Cho'Gath gets the R. I don't know why Hecarim went in there. He wanted to fight that. He wasn't even a full item. It was very strange. I was following him as he went in. But then once he turned, I realized it was a huge mistake. Because I was assuming he had some sort of advantage. But he was at a massive disadvantage and I had already escaped. So that's my bad for turning there. I did not check the situation, and I went along with someone who didn't understand the situation either. Solution is a full item. Udyr is a full item. Dude has Sheen and a Caulfield's Hammer. He's not going to be able to do anything there. And he didn't have his Q already stacked up because he wasn't in combat with anything. So that's my bad right there. I was already out. I should have kept running. I can sit on the split versus their team. Even though AP Udyr isn't much of a split pusher, if they lack someone to match it, then it is a viable strategy. They have a very slow-moving, immobile 5v5 type of team. We got out of that. It cost me my ghost, though, which is annoying. Very annoying. He's getting absolutely wrecked by my thing. I can't get to him very well here. He's so close to his turret. I can hit him with a double R though. Dragon is up. You get him with the Stun into double R, block turret shot. Yeah, I don't think he can sustain himself anymore. I think his passive in relation to our damage, it's no longer matching what we're putting out. I think he has a teammate here, though. Yeah, he does. Brahm's headed over. I gotta move. They're giving Dragon for free because they want to tickle my pickle. It is what it is. Yeah, Lucian and Braum are here. I could probably solo Lucian. Thing is, I don't know where Braum is. I'm 3 levels up on Lucian, 2 full item. He is kind of 1.8 items, so even if he does have magic resist, which is good against us, we're pretty fast. My teammates lost that? Wait, Lucian was top though. Someone's TPing here. I gotta move. Cho'Gath came back. Lucian's in the general area. They might be collapsing on me here potentially. That'd be really funny if they actually come all the way up. So Lucian's back mid. I feel safe now. The thing is, if there are 2 tanks on me and Lucian's here, I'm going to get wrecked. They're going to hold me still while Lucian shreds. Cho'Gath really backing. Alright, I guess he's really backing. Might be roughly time to team fight. What did we just get there? I'm not sure. Grasp has done 973 damage, healed us for 730. 25 uses, so we've gotten 125 permanent HP off of it. Not bad. 125 is nearly 400 gold value. Solid. Plus it's not taking up an item slot. Max E last here. We have APMF, dude. Our whole team's AP. We don't have any AD on our team. That's the bad thing. They could stack magic resist, and then we have no damage output. E into double R. Lucian needs to finish the stun. He just killed himself. Stun onto that guy. Got our R on. We need to get on top of these big boys, though. E into double R. They're getting shredded. Somehow Hecarim's tanking when my R was blowing them up bad there. We'll keep cycling our abilities auto, ability auto for the attack speed from passive. The biggest downside to AP Udyr is AD Udyr shreds turrets really fast with his Q extra attack speed. It's an undeniable aspect of AD Udyr that AP Udyr can't really match. Hit him with that double R. He walked it into Lucian. He's like, dude, what are you doing? Oh, man. What a goofball. Radiant Virtue healed us for 442 there. And our allies for 115. Nice. I gotta get out of here. Oh, yeah, here's Nico. There's Braum. I thought it was Nico support for some reason. It's actually Nico mid. She has a decent amount of CS. MF split pushing for some reason. Should really just play for Draxel here. I might have to actually get a Void Staff this game. Might actually have to. I'd rather not. They can stack magic resist. How's Malphite doing that much damage to him? What in the world? Hella Blades? Is that a thing? Malphite support with Hella Blades? Because he was autoing really fast. I'm on Ghost Extensions. We could really do Baron off that pretty easily. He's permaslowed. I shield myself. Oh, this is bad. Get him with double R. I think I dodged the Cho'Gath knock up there. Give ourselves a little shield, and looks like my team kind of has to run here. MFR must have been on cooldown because she didn't really do any damage. Lucian's going to be up here too. We can't really fight this now. Radiant Virtue's about to be up. Got my Sunfire. I am really thinking Void Staff or Vistage. We have so much self-healing off of W plus Virtue that Vistage would be nasty. But I kind of need Void Staff for damage at the moment. With how much max HP our R is doing. Then we can kite away from our R once we're on cooldowns. Get the stun onto this guy. Ooh, I'm dead. I can't move. I can't move! Even with Merc Treads, dude. Too much CC. Cho'Gath knockups, Nico snares. Volley stuns. I needed to wait for my R to be back. My passive to be back up for my R. Because without Udyr empowered R kind of pushing in front of you and slowing them down, when you want to disengage, you can't very easily unless you have phase rush. But if you have phase rush, then your lane phase is much weaker for trading off. Because, I mean, this has healed us for over 1,000, done over 1,000 damage, plus giving us about 160 permanent health. So, a lot of damage out of those guys. Dragon is up. Dragon fight time. The only reason I don't want to go Vistage is I think Lucian is going to be doing the most damage on their team, and he's obviously physical damage. Get with the double R. Stun him inside of MFR, and then we'll go for this guy. Slow him down with RR. Gotta stun him. Getting to him is kind of hard, though. Holy moly. Swap back into W. My passive is about to be up. I could thrash somebody here in a moment. Wait, Sunfire's already done 800 damage? I barely just bought this item. I've had it for like one fight. I went straight through that. Should have just stayed on top of this chick. Dude, I can't move. That's a tricky situation. So much CC, at least Nico died. I can't afford Blasting Wand, so instead I'll go the Blighting Jewel. Hey, friend. Stun in a double R. He just really wants that TF. He almost killed the MF with his R. I don't mind him getting the kill, but I don't want him to get a permanent HP stack, which he didn't get there because it was actually a different... I think his Q killed her or something. Okay, Sunfire's done over 1,000. This has done almost 9,000 on Demonic, but we have had it way longer than we've had Sunfire for. I don't think Lucian's over here. I don't mind getting some free grasps. Stunning them both out. Look how much I'm healing for. This is outrageous. I'm still full health. I'm still full health. Radiant Virtue. It heals dust nearly 2,000. Allies 2,400. Very cool. Demonic's done. Still almost 9,000. This is done almost 2,000 now. Looking at Lucian's. His Kraken Slayer has only done 774. Cho'Gath's items done nearly 2,000. Still way less than my... Nearly 5 times less than my first item rush. I got Sunfire Aegis third item, and it's almost done as much as his Heart Still's done. 1,700 versus his 1,800. Very solid. And now we can get Void Staff. Our R is doing a bunch of flat damage and slowing them, and then Empowered R is doing an additional 21% of their maximum health. Thus, a Void Staff here makes a little bit of sense. Oh, maybe I should TP deeper. No clue why Malphite's actually that far in on them. It's kind of weird. There's no way you can get out of there. Malphite's only so mobile with his self speed up off of Q, especially with Mobies. Once you're in combat, Mobies are the slowest boots you can even have. Wait, did I just get knocked up? My teammates saved me there pretty hard. They hit me with everything. Stun into R. We'll walk them through. Get down W before we die. Use E to speed up. And we're alive. Cho'Gath R must have been on cooldown. Maybe he chomped Malphite with it because it seemed like Cho'Gath didn't want anything to do with me. Because if his R was up, I think he definitely would have sacrificed himself to kill us there. Cho'Gaths are always willing to die to get a permanent stack. Nice. Very nice. Let's go for that bot lane. Straight into turtle stance. It's giving us 68 health on our next two autos after using W. It's pretty good. Yeah, sit on that, guys. What's the counter play? Give me that grass, baby. Into a W, and you can't move, I'm afraid. It's just how it goes sometimes. You cast R empowered R in front of us, giving a lot of space into a stun R. And that is GG's. I have a feeling we did the most damage in the game while simultaneously healing ourselves and allies over 5,000 total from Radiant Virtue as a second item rush. Demonic's done 100 and... wait, no, 12,000. What am I saying? Yeah, Demonic's done 12,000 damage. Sunfire was like around 3 or 4k. Let's look at runes. Looking at damage dealt to enemy champions, we had the most in the game at 51,000. For damage taken, we were up there. Not a crazy amount, but if we look at self-mitigated, let's see about that. We self-mitigated the most in the game at 66,000. That's primarily our W and then armor magic resist. For runes, ultra high value. AP Udyr top lane with Radiant Virtue is an absolute team fighting machine. Your teammates don't die. They get lower cooldowns from your Radiant Virtue. 20 ability ace for 9 seconds after you use your R on a 30-second cooldown. Super strong. A lot of fun. Highly recommend it. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. My name is King Sticks. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.